Hi, my name is Danish and today I'm going to show you my cooking and baking website. I've created this using HTML, CSS and Django, and I will walk you through my source code, how the website works, and all of the technologies and tools used just to create this. First off, this is my project structure. Let me open the rest of the folders. So talk you through this, or within the main folder I've got my manage.py file. This is essentially where the full project is run through and works with Django to open up a server. I've also got my SQLite, which is the main database to hold all the information for the database. And then we've got our cooking project folder. This contains all the main applications for running the website. So that includes the settings, which pulls the database, make sure it works through Django, the static URLs, media. It's got the templates for debugging requests, authorization messages. Also pulls the templates. Got the middleware, which comes with all the Django software and all the installed applications to make sure it works, including my website. We've also got URLs in there, and this is just to configure all the URLs for the website through the URL pattern. So for ease, it opens it through and easy_recipes, and it's just called easy_recipes again. And I'll show you where that shows. After that, we've got media, which is static images that are uploaded onto the website. We then have recipes, and in there we have the migrations, which just pulls all the information from the database to be input onto the website. Along with that, you also have admin.py. This is just to allow for an admin to be able to register and create like ingredients, recipes, instructions, and sort out all the models with an admin login, and keeps it secure where not everyone can access and change the details on the website. We also have the apps, which is just to run the recipes and on the website and make sure it all works correctly. Next up is the models.py. This is all the database models. So it's to create a class for ingredients, which contains name and quantity. For recipes, which includes difficulty, title, cooking time, ingredients, and steps. And lastly, the recipe instructions. So the recipe for what it is, the step number and instruction text. And that is all the templates for the database for each section. And I'll show you where they all work. And lastly is the views, which I talked about earlier. So we've got home, which is just to render the request, and it takes you into recipes, which is there, and into index.html, which is there. So it's just to reroute everything to the correct page. And as you can see here again, so for easy, type to easy, medium, and hard, and also recipe details. And along with that, also contact us page. So just to reroute everything to the correct location through the web server. Next up is our static folder, which just contains our CSS. So this contains it for everything. So the body, the dark mode, when it's in there, I'll show you how that works. The title and headings, again, dark modes. The navigation bar, more for the body for working correctly, and navigation bar. The footer, just to make sure everything is again for the footer in dark mode works correctly. Main containers, the buttons for each recipe one as well, I'll show where they are. And I've also added in this section here, which is just to make it responsive with different size screens, and allows it where if the screen's not the complete size as a laptop or computer, it'll still work correctly. Lastly, it is our templates folder, which contains every HTML file, and just to make sure there is something for it to be based off for the structure. Next, I will show you the website running. So if I just open up the terminal and go to python-manage.py run server, that will run the server and give me a link for the website. If we open up this, so this is the website. So at the top, the navigation bar that I was talking through. So if we open this up onto the developing tools. So for the navigation bar, we go to elements. It is here. So here it contains, that's the heading, the navigation bar as it is made to be for a smaller screen. And then here we have all the different modes for dark mode and also all the other sections, which you can see highlights over as I'm over it. So if I open each of these, so for the drop down menu, and again works correctly for it being on a smaller screen. But after that, on this page, so we have a few different pictures to run through that show different recipes and take you to where you can find them. And at the bottom, if you just want to not look through the pictures, there's a box that shows you what easy recipes are, medium and hard. And again, buttons just to let you navigate to them. This is our next page, so everything is linked as you can see. So easy recipes, it gives you the cooking time for what it is, and the name is shown as a link. And this is all done dynamically. I'll show you the code how this works. And it's to open it onto a page where the information is pulled from the database. So as you can see, we open up a recipe. It pulls across the cooking time and difficulty, what the ingredients are and the instructions. Again, if we go to another one, we open that, again, different recipe, but same layout, same principle and everything. We've also got a contact page, so a little bit about us, what our mission is and our team. Along this side, we've got some ways to contact, so on email, Facebook and Instagram. And down here, a box to share your thoughts on whatever it could be, and then you can submit that. Next, we've also got a search bar to search for a recipe that you want to see on the website. That can be linked to every website, every recipe, and open directly without having to go through the full page. And lastly, we have a dark and light mode toggle. So I used it as a icon as it just shows uniformity through it all and shows you correctly, and the heading also takes you back to the home page. For the database, this is where everything is held. So ingredients, all of them that are added are saved here. Next is the instructions, which was what the recipe is, the step number and the instruction text. And lastly, the recipe, so again, the title, the cooking time and the difficulty. So everything is properly laid out, and that is where it is all pulled across from. To show the dynamic pages, so for the recipes as the link, so for the main content, so it pulls across what the recipe title is from the database, of course. And then we got the cooking time, which is then given in minutes. Difficulty, which I just pulled across again. And again, ingredients for what it is for each, for just the recipe. Again, instructions for just our recipe. And it all works through each recipe being numbered individually with an ID. Within all my HTML, I also have script, and this is just to check the dark mode preference. So it is saved when you do leave the website and come back to it. Then we've got the icon to change it between the sun and the moon, and to save the theme preference to the settings, just so it will stay uniform when you do leave.